Oh yeah. All right, we got, as you know, we'll be on the upper shelf here. So start off with incline bench here. 1 set of 8, and then followed by 4 sets of 4 here. And a lot of times too, the barbell gives a bad rep for building the upper shelf. But me personally, I beg to differ. Yeah, even though you don't get as a deep stretch as opposed to, like I said, dumbbell or maybe like a machine standpoint, at the end, you can still get a good pump on the barbell if done correctly, right? But done to a point where you're just letting those elbows drive straight down to the ground. Again, rest on weight, right on your palm, and then make sure keep that rib cage up, keep the shoulders back as you're coming down. You get that stretch, and then you're just pushing through the chest, right? I still feel like you can get good pump and good growth from doing barbell. Now, again, I'm not saying barbell is the best way. I'm just saying, like, it gets a bad rep to the point where a lot of people neglect it. It's like barbell incline, you can actually kind of push some weight too, and grow from your standpoint like that too. Again, that's why there's like different variations, different ways of order selection, so you can program to build the upper shelf too, right? Through dumbbells, scaling deeper stretch, machines, anything along those lines. You can always find different ways to target this at. But I think, in my opinion, you want to grow the chest and just grow the upper shelf. You want to push some heavyweight too. Barbells will move. Yeah. As you know too, it's like there's really not much more variations that you can target the upper shelf, right? Besides like pressing incline, flying incline, and maybe a little bit different of dips and maybe decline push-ups, right? Other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all the variation there is to building the upper shelf. Of course, do other chest movements. You would do that as well, but so there's really not much into it. So yeah, utilize to figure out which exercise selection you want to do. Again, time after time to really build the upper shelf. Again, whether it's Smith machine, barbell, whether it was plate load press, incline, was flying, whatever that case is, you got to find where you can keep doing that mundane over and over again to build how you want to look, right? Because the upper shelf, whereas build the overall chest, you're more likely to do so. Also, too, I think the reason why a lot of people neglect incline is because they can't do much weight as opposed to bench. Let's say, for example, you're 225, you bench a plate. That's a little, little shot to the ego, right? Because you think to yourself, man, you can bench 2 plates on flat. When you're coming to incline, you can only bench a plate. Well, again, one, that area of muscle group might be weak, or two, also it's different Yeah, I also think it's a different angle. So you're not utilized as much as like as flat bench, right? So don't want to look at it as like an ego, shot to the ego. Just look at it as like how can you improve, how can you get better at that moment, right? Uh, 42, 45. Like I say right now, I'm feeling my chest pumped already after 3 sets, right? It's like it's really just driving, pushing through systems. Again, yeah, of course, like you're gonna see barbell does is like get that full range of motion, right? Because at a certain point, it's just gonna stop my chest. But this is why I showcase you different workouts, or my workouts showcase you different exercise selections, so you can understand and utilize. Like, cool, maybe you want to push some weight, right? Well, again, with intent, form, intent, technique. It's like, cool, you want to push some heavy. Again, the more you get stronger over time, more growth gonna happen. But also too is like when we go dumbbells too, you're gonna see me. I gotta do a little bit different, right? I'll focus more on that range of motion, that deeper stretch, and pushing through. It's the same concept. Again, the range of motion between the barbell and the dumbbell is gonna be a little bit more different than it's gonna be a little bit different, more stimulus too, right? You dumbbell, you might feel way more than barbell, but at the same time, you can still get the same amount of pump from the barbell as you do the dumbbell too, right? So it all depends on how you perfect that movement. I mean, you also got to understand the concept. Like, yeah, with barbell, you're not going to get that full range of motion, but understand like you can still get the same stretch. You can still get the same push. Again, done correctly. That kind of messed me up a little bit when I hit my mic. I don't even know how that happened. And I made a mistake before too, especially when it comes to benching. Like I would say within the last 4 years, like my chest, or I've said 2 3 years, my chest had grown substantially more than ever was before. And as time goes on, self-educating myself, I learned like, you know, two biggest things I wasn't doing is one, keeping the rib cage up the entire time, right? So that's the biggest thing is like, yeah, does it decrease that range of motion, especially when you're barbell? 100%. But at the same time, too, when you're in that position, when you're sticking your rib cage up, another thing that's happening is you're keeping the shoulder blades back, right? So you're walking or you're keeping a tall chest. So, and what's happening when you keep the shoulder blades back is you keep the shoulders back, right? A lot of times too, where people don't feel chest that much or where people like can't grow the chest is because when they're benching, they round the shoulder blades forward, right? They round the shoulders forward. So the shoulders are taking most of the impact as opposed to the chest. But when you sit the rib cage up, shoulder blades back, again, when you get that stretch, as you're pushing, you're just pushing through the chest, right? Your shoulders are staying back the entire time. So the only other way for the weight to be pushed is only through the chest, right? So it's one way to where you look at when you come in a bench, and that's one thing too. Especially I figured out when I could do 120s on a lot of reps when I first started, right? I had to drop the weight all the way down to 60s on dumbbells because my chest was so weak and so underdeveloped as opposed to my shoulders. So I was like, damn, I didn't realize I was doing this wrong the entire time. But that's where it's like you just drop the ego. That's where you just drop the weight, focus on the right form, focus on the technique, improve over time. And like I said, that weight will come when it comes, right? When you keep practicing, when you keep improving. Last set here. That's enough of that. Dumbbell incline. About 4 sets of 8 here. And as you see, the difference between like, the barbell and then the dumbbell, again, you saw I can go a deeper stretch into that position, right? So it makes it a little bit deeper and a little bit more challenging, right? As opposed to what the barbell was. Where again, it's like if I were to do the same concept as I did with the barbell with the dumbbell, where I'm in this position. This you saw it too, isn't it? I was gonna say. So as opposed to like, if I were to do my dumbbell, treat it as the same thing as a barbell, right? Right, the barbell would start right here. So if I would treat it the same thing as a dumbbell, look how much more difference there is from here from the barbell, as opposed to get a little bit deeper with a dumbbell, right? You feel a deeper stretch. Not a lot of times too, if you get in a deeper stretch, they relax, right? They relax the rib cage. You want to stay nice and tall the entire time. Get that deep stretch. Again, pushing through chest, keep your shoulder blades back versus rounding forward, right? So again, that's why, again, there's no right or wrong exercise to build certain muscles. One is just based on if you have a history of injuries, right? Whereas like, cool, your shoulders don't feel great and like barbell doesn't work. Totally understand, right? If you find other exercises to do so, go for it. But it's like, that's why it's different. That's why you need to hit kind of like that muscle group in the same way, just different ranges of motion, but also too, and different variations to still target the same thing, but also just have a different stimulus into that muscle group. Oh boy. It's gonna take about 2 minutes on these last two. I was feeling different here. Whew. I was hoping I hit the hundreds today. I look like I'll be done some other time. But again, like I said, of course, last week, wasn't as like high intensity as this week is because we were, again, new exercises, new, blocks where again, we're doing from barbell incline to straight dumbbell incline, right? As opposed to like last phase, we did barbell incline to maybe like a chest press, a plate load, right? Or a chest fly to, again, to dumbbell incline, right? So again, depending on the exercise order and selection, it's always going to be different because again, the weight is going to be defined how well rested you're into, right? How well you're into You work around, of course, like if I was to do dumbbell incline, my third block, after after 2 exercises of chest, yeah, I'm not gonna push the 90s, right? I'm gonna be pushing 65 to 70s. So that's why also too, it's very important. It's very crucial to kind of write things down, track, log everything, because they can give you an idea in a sense like, cool. If you do dumbbell incline, if you've been doing dumbbell incline like, first or second, but you want to switch to second and third, you can have a good idea, gauge number on what you want to hit, as opposed to just trying to wing it and trying to figure out like, maybe like this was too light, right? You just wasted 1-2 sets, just trying to figure out the way, like, oh man, that was too light, and like the last 1 or 2 sets, like that's what you're working sets, right? So it's like you don't want to waste your working sets going into it. You want to find a good number, feel it, if it feels good, slowly go up, right? But don't go to a point where like you're like working sets are kind of like the warm-up sets in a sense. Oh shit. We got one more here. We got one more set of 8 here, or one more set. We'll see how many we get on this last set. We get another 2-minute rest. We got about a minute 15 left to go. Also, to give you an update, and stay tuned. This Friday, I am doing 10,000 calories in a single day. So, of course, Thursday is my rest day. And then Friday, I'll be doing 10,000 calories. And of course, I'll be working out during that day too. We have some shoulders. So, stay tuned for that. I'm excited because before, I probably was close to 10,000 calories. And, when I was doing that, I probably would say I like 6,000 calories of like whole foods before. And now I would do like a large pizza afterwards to be close to 8 or 9K, right? So I'm excited for this. I'm excited to do 10,000 calories, especially with like the fun foods, with all the cheat meals. That's going to be a big cheat day, right? I'm kind of excited to see how well my body responds to it. I'm going to kind of see how much I can consume in a single day. Because, I was consuming a single, sitting, but in a single day, that's a different story. Exactly like saying that, right? Fuck. All right, that's enough of that. Those are good sets right there. We had a 7 and 6 at 90. So again, next week, I guarantee the reps are going to go up based on how I feel for next week. And as I'll gauge from there, I'll do 85s, stick with 90s. try and improve the sets, right? So that's how you can think about it. That's why it's important to log and track and things like that. But we're gonna move on to chest flies here. I'm a gym money. And I ain't say the less money and liver. Ain't no referee, but I'm a pillar. She got both. She's bouncing at a double dribble. That's perfect, baby. I love the way you bend it over the perfect, baby. I know you doing that on purpose, baby. That's the water lady perfect, baby. Oh. Shit. Getting 4x12 here. I get nice and slow. Eccentric, concentric right here. And it's pumping its blood into that muscle. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to do this 10,000 calories. I can't wait for the day. I mean, it's the same thing I'm talking about, right? Every time I plan out my challenge, or every time like I have a challenge come up, as I look forward to, I get excited. And I'm like, damn, I can't wait for it to get here. As opposed to like, when people are going out, people are always worrying about like, I don't know if I want to go out, or I don't know what I should have, right? It's like, nah, I ain't worried about shit. And the way I'm going to have 10,000 calories is breakfast will be 4 sausage, egg, McMuffins, and 2 hash browns from McDonald's. That's according to, I think like close to 3K calories. Then I'll work out, having a post-workout meal. Because again, I don't like to have fats after my workouts. Because again, of course, after your workouts, your stress level is already high, right? Your immune system is already kind of shot. And at the same time, you're just trying to recover all the depletion of glycogen, all the storage of energy units, right, from the workout. So the only way to replenish them is with carbohydrates, right? You want something fast and quick, easy foods to replenish those muscles, right? And there's no better way when you have like, low to none fats and you add simple sugar, carbohydrates, right? Whether it's going to be rice, fruit, whatever the case may be. And also a protein shake on top of that. Two more sets here. Oh my God. I tell you, that pump in 2 weeks, it's going to be different. Yeah, we're running a little bit hot tonight. So I did put on my post workout shake, followed by like maybe 60 minutes, 9 minutes, depending how quick that absorbs, right? Quick. It goes through my body. We do canes, raising canes. We're going to do 2 Caniac combos. So for the people who have never been in canes or don't know what a Caniac combo is, because you probably never ordered it, that's where it's 6 tenders, handful of fries, Texas toast, right? For me, I'm not a big fan of coleslaw. So to get the extra calories, I replace the coleslaw with extra toast. So I'm going to do 2 of those, right? That's going to be range with the extra toast, probably 45 to 5,000 calories for, lunch. Then for dinner, I'm going to do extra large chicken bacon ranch pizza for Domino's. And that's going to come out to 10,000 calories. So I'm excited for this because, again, I know I broke my record of having 6,500 calories in one sitting. And prior to that day when I did it in and out last week, I probably consumed close to 8,000, right, in one sitting or in one day. If I were to space it out and let my body digest and not really, overindulge in one sitting, it could be different. I got to see how my body is. So that's why I'm interested to see how well my body can, especially when I never really consume a full day of, of a cheat day or a cheat meal, right? Where I go from McDonald's to Cane's to Domino's, right? I only have a cheat meal and not a whole cheat day. So it's an epic cheat day right there. So I'm kind of interested and intrigued to see how my body responds to that type of food as opposed to whole foods. Man, I'm gonna do two separate videos, of course. I'll do my workout video, 8 shoulders, and then I'll load that 10K video on Sunday. I'm gonna do my homeboy. So hey, he's a little bit shorter than me, right? And he weighs like 30 pounds less than I do. So the guys, you see like two different body structures, two different body styles too. See, of course, I'm gonna be able to handle it well more than he might be, right? Oh yeah, go for it, man. How many you got? I just got one more set here, so you can work in though. You got you, man. Yep, you good, man. Whew. Before it starts, see, it kind of blows my mind, like, just like people like you try to hop in, or like when you try to like share like a machine, or like people can become stingy sometimes. Like now, like I'm good. Like now, like let me finish this. It's like dog, come on, like you just there's one machine, right? And depending how crowded the gym is too, is like just let it happen. Like work in, like as a community, work in with the community. Don't be selfish. Just fucking hog it to yourself. So sometimes I just don't get when you try to use a machine. I know because again, a lot of times people get that stereotypical like when a machine is taken and then they got used, they're afraid to come up to that person and ask if they can work in because I was stereotypical, based on the community they've been before, where they'd be like, like they had a bad experience, ask someone to work in when someone was rude or someone just didn't let them, right? So like next time like you use a machine and like someone asks like they can work in with you, just let them work in, dog. It's not gonna be the end of the world. All right, y'all. This is enough flying on the dips. Man, you understand? My fucking chest is blowing up right now, dog. Oh, shit. Hi, we got 3 sets of 12, I believe so. Yeah, 3 sets of 12. Oh, yeah, we're going to keep it at 50 here. We did 3 sets of 10 last week, so we'll see how we can get here. Like I said, my chest is blown up right now. It's good to see that this chain is unhooked.
who's the animal that built this planet? Who's the animal inventing lower living? The project that got what's plenty. Thank God this look at you. I'm putting this kind of skill up to my grill. Y'all know what it is. Kid for your own kid. I'm getting the show kid. To get it done, drugs, get 100 drugs. It's gonna count drugs. Get it drugs. Drugs, get violent drugs. They want to count the slugs. Can't talk about it. And boys in the hood. Boys in the hood. Y'all want to know why? Boys in the hood. Just went big fly ball, sometimes survival, nobody liable. Go by 5 Grandmama came to
I know someone requested I might do a bonus. Well, I do try to do 12,000 calories in 12 hours. So there might be a bonus in that doing 10,000 calories. Kind of, again, how to kind of see how the day plays out. You know, people always ask me, it's like, you ever get nervous going to challenge? 100%. Because again, for me, I don't know how it's going to play out. I really don't. So it's like any times, right? Like when you come in a workout or like when you get ready for competition, like when you get ready for whatever that case is, right? Performance wise, it's like, you just don't know how things go, right? That's the unknown journey of it. It's like, you can like just prime yourself, get yourself ready, right? Get you in that headspace, get yourself in that lock-in zone, right? Get you in that zone. And then it's like, just go ahead and attack it, right? That's all you really got to do when it comes to attack it. You know, especially when like I'm actually doing it, I don't even think twice about it. I'm just thinking about, cool, let me see how much I can eat. I try not to think about me getting full. I try not to think about me feeling some type of way, right? I try not to think about any of these things that can like block or interfere what I'm trying to do, right? Ooh, I hit the spot. So it's like, yeah, do I get nervous going to these challenges? 100%. Because like at the end, it's like, damn. It's like you got two options, right? You can go, well, for me at least, it can go really well or it can go really poorly. That's just it right there. And that's the unknown journey, right? As I just make the most of it, you just be happy with it, and that's all it is. Whew, golly. Oh my God, my chest is fucking pumped. Oh my gosh. I'll probably should start with this. Dude, that shit's hard as a rock right now. Oh, oh. I know like I said, I'm very excited for this challenge. Like I said, it's my first time ever. Really kind of like tracking in a sense, you know, also too, trying to attempt to eat 10,000 calories in one day, right? Of course, right now, I'm eating about 4,000 whole foods, right? And even for me, like, my last meal will be somewhere between, like, you know, I'll give you a range from like 6 to 8 within the last time window, right? So I'm just like, sometimes I get hungry going to bed. I'm like, damn, I can eat again, right? I was like, I know 4,000 calories of whole foods just going right through me. I can't imagine what, you know, processed food is going to do to me. Again, like, of course, those processed foods, like, it's not as palatable as, you know, whole foods. So, and of course, it depends what I get, right? It depends how much I consume. So it depends on, like, how it sits, right? Is it going to sit light or is it going to sit heavy? Who knows? Probably the only thing that's going to really sit heavy for me looking at is probably the canes, right? With all the breading through the chicken, through the fries, and through the toast. That's probably the only thing that's going to sit heavy on me because, especially with anything breading wise, it takes a little bit longer to digest. So that's the only kind of nourishment that I have going into it. Let me write this down real quick. The 11, cool. Last set right here. We did 7. We're gonna try to do more 7 right here. Oh, y'all, there's enough dipping here. On the incline skulls. Four by 12 here. Last set of our last exercise. The workout here. Finish off some triceps. Oh my god, my triceps did such after dips. And to be honest, I haven't really been kind of weighing myself. So everybody can give me an idea weight where I'm at right now. But I can guarantee you, I'm still within range of 235, 237. So just know, of course, I'll do, weigh in the morning, weigh at night. Next day weigh, of course. I do it before photo. I'll do it after photos, right? And I just go from there. And at the same time, too, is like, even with me doing 10,000 guys, right? I'm kind of picking the foods that respond well with my body, right? Now, again, a little bit different. I don't know how the English muffin is going to be. I don't know how the canes is going to be. That's the only kind of question, right? But canes was like the only kind of easy option I can consume amount of calories within a good amount of sitting, right? And it's not like a lot of volume in terms of eating wise, right? It's only 6 tenders, handful of fries, and a toast, right? Oh, 2 toasts if I change out the coleslaw. So you really look at it, that's not that much. But again, 2 of those, it's a different story. So it just all depends on like how it goes, right? Again, like I may be telling you right now, damn, 90 seconds is already up. I'll get back into it. So it's like I may be telling you right now, right? Or it's like I may be able to do 2 can combos, right? Who knows? I might have to do 1 right now, kind of see how I'm feeling, and then probably space out after 2 hours, right? And do it that one again. It all depends, right? Again, when you go into something new and when it's your first time, again, you can plan so much around it or plan what you're gonna do. But until then, until you actually start doing it, you might have to improvise and change up the scheme as you go along, right? So, the guys to tell you is one thing may not happen the same plan going into, right? I might have to change up the scheme. I had to, audible improvise as I go on. Same thing with all the other food challenges, right? After all these food challenges, I'm like thinking, like after I complete, it's like, damn, I could have done it this way, right? Or damn, I could, for example, with the In-N-Out, right? I could have just unload all the buns, ate the patties, tomatoes, and the burgers, right? Eat all that and smush the buns to consume all that, right? I could have done that way. But it's like, damn, it's like, at the time you just don't really know, especially for your first time. Again, you can have all this game plan, all this strategic ways, but if you don't, what's going on, Amber? If you don't, like, but afterwards, that's what, again, this is why it's so good to fail. That's why failing is such a crucial part of your fitness training, because then you learn. It's like, what can you do better next time? If you do, again, for me, attempt the challenge, but for you, like you fail your diets, what can you do better to make the diet successful? And that's something you have to learn to take from failure. Failure is all about learning and succeeding. And the only way you don't succeed is you quit. That's the difference. Holy shit. I know I should start saying these. I don't know how these were so easy last time. I don't know. Maybe because I had more reps here. Thanks, sir. But it's like, shit, even like I show you guys all the time, I fucking fail. I fail with my workouts. I feel when I do these food challenges, right? Like, that's the whole purpose. And that's the whole fun of burger training, right? It's just failing. I was like, cool, what could I have done better, right? When I do attempt that, burger challenge again, right? It's like, cool, I may have a different thing going into. It's like, that's why I can do better, right? That's why I took from it and things that, I mean, shit, even though I still fail, you know, I live with it, I laugh at it, and I always can take a W out of it, right? For me, that W, when I was doing that now, was I broke my own record for amount of calories consumed in one day, or one sitting, excuse me, which was 6,500, right? When I did the McDonald's, that was only 5,000. So for me, consuming that amount within like 2-3 weeks time span, that's a W. And you can always take a W out of failure, right? It's not like it's the end of the world when you fail. It's like, take what you can get, learn what you can, move on from there. So that's all it really is. It's like, let's kind of wrap it up because it's the last slide right here. Is, again, with trying to build a top shell, trying to grow your chest. Again, do with intention, do with the purpose of doing the movement correctly, right? Range of motion. Find different selections of exercises you like to do and you feel great with. Again, get ready for me to do 10,000 calories on Friday and pretty much learn to love the failing process, all right? Learn to love the process and learn to love to fail, right? Learn to laugh at it, find some W's and see what you can learn from it. That's really the game right there, folks. There's nothing different. It's nothing special to it. So other than that, we're going to wrap up the chest and tries here. Then tomorrow is a rest day. Friday, we'll be coming back to talk about some shoulders based on if you have to McDonald's. Other than that, you guys have a blessed day. I catch you Friday. Oh, shit.